Hello, family. One moment, let me go ahead and share. I want to share something with you guys today. And very interesting day today. And I want to share a few things with you guys. So we're going to get some information on here real quick. If we can send this out to a few of our colleagues. All right. Let's see here. Of our colleagues. All right. I hope everybody is having a wonderful day today. This is Demetrius Curry with Inspired for Greatness. This has been a very interesting last couple of weeks, and I want to come by and share something with you today of what is happening, what has been happening here since we joined forces, and to also tell you about an interesting day we had just today. It was very, very interesting, and I want to make sure that we do everything now that I have that shared on a couple platforms. So, welcome everyone. This is Demetrius Curry. Thank you for your patience. I just want to share that real quickly on a few different platforms as well, as we are here in the office and we are working with a lot of our clients in building wealth. As you guys know, Inspired for Greatness is about creating generational wealth. And then also, we tackle quite a few things that the families are looking for. And that is more so on estate planning, that is real estate, commercial real estate lending, how to find the proper lending resources, and we help with that coaching in that arena. And then also, of course, inside of generational wealth, we also attack how to make sure your assets are making money for you. The whole concept of Inspired for Greatness is generational wealth on all platforms in a complete circle of wealth. And we call it the circle of wealth because it's truly important to understand that getting wealthy and attempting to be wealthy and to move in that arena is more than just gathering of assets. It's about protecting of the assets, and then also making sure that your assets are making cash flowing money for you to take care of you and to take care of your expenses. But today was an interesting day, and let me tell you why. I had a few appointments that was scheduled for today, and we got through the first half of the day, and then my 1 o'clock had to reschedule for Thursday, which I said, okay, that's absolutely fine. She had a scheduling conflict. So as I was here, I said, well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and start working on a few of the commercial real estate deals that we have pending. We have a few real estate deals that are supposed to close on Friday, some commercial real estate items they're supposed to go through and do all their closing done, some cash flow properties in the Virginia area that's also in the process, and then another in Texas. So I said, I'll tell you what, let me work on those while we're waiting for our 4 o'clock to come. Well, guess what? I called a few of the colleagues, got to working, and then someone knocks on my door, on my office door here, and they said, hey, Miss Curry, you have someone here in the lobby that's working and waiting on you. They were sent to you by one of the local banking institutions and advised that they need to sit down with you on their estate plan. And so I said, okay, well, let me look at my calendar. I don't see that we have anybody. She said, no, she's a walk-in. She's actually got here on a cab. She's an elderly lady in her late 80s. And she said that she doesn't have an appointment with you, but she wants to talk to you. I said, okay, let me go ahead and get these people off of the phone and say, hey guys, let me follow back up with you in a few minutes. I have someone just walked in, and let me check in and see who it is. I walk out to the lobby. Wonderful lady. I mean, sweetheart. She was so sweet. She plays the guitar, and she was telling me about all the things that she's done in the past, and where she is now in life, and what she wants to continue to do, and places that she wants to go. And she was talking about her, her home, and talking about her children, and talking about some of the bad things that she's had happen in her life. And she said, hey, I need to talk to you, and I'm not really sure what I need to do. She said, I don't want to live in my home anymore. I want to get rid of it. I want to maybe renovate it and find, I got some commercial property as well that I want to get rid of. And she said, but I'm having some complications with getting all my things in order. And, I could tell in the conversation by listening to her, because my grandmother also had dementia. She was a little all over the place, right? She was talking about one thing, and before she could finish her thought on that one thing, she was talking about other things, right? And so she wasn't really completing a complete thought. And so I said, let me slow down for a second. I said, who do you trust to help you with your decision-making process? Because my main thing was, I was trying to figure out if she had a power of attorney that was working with her, maybe a financial power of attorney, possibly a healthcare power of attorney. Did she have a trust? Did she have a living will? I was trying to probe her a little bit so I can find out if her children are helping her. Are they in her lives? Who is helping her with these type of decisions? And she said, well, I don't trust anybody. She said, I have children, but I don't trust anybody to handle my affairs, because they've tried to take my money before and put me away and make people think that I was crazy, and to give them the idea that I can't handle myself, and I can handle myself. And she started going in and in on, she wants to be able to live life that her husband is gone and she's deceased now. She wants to be able to live life. And she had not been able to live life, and she's in her late 80s, and she feels like she's running out of time. So it dawned on me, just in that moment when I was listening to her, and she was giving me some intricate details about, people she's talked to and relationships that she has, and professionals and attorneys. And, I was asking her about who's handling her affairs and who's her attorneys and who she's been working with, so I know who to call. And I said, who should I call for you? Who should I reach out to see where you are? Mentally, I was trying to figure out if her mental health was completely there. And she's such a sweet lady, so sweet, but I could tell that she was a little all over the place, mental-wise. And she went on and on about her investments and this, that, and the other, and things of that nature, and what she wanted to do, and her dog, and she kept talking about her dogs and her cats, and she kept talking about all her animals. And I told her, I said, you know what? It's, for some reason, God sent you to me today for us to just sit down and get to know each other. I don't know you personally. I don't even know how you found me. I was asking her what bank she went to. Well, I went to this bank and that bank and that bank, and they mentioned you, and I'm here. She said, I'm here. And the cab was sitting outside. So I went outside and asked the cab people if they would please wait. I said, can you please wait? I am working with her, and we need a few moments. If you would just give me a few moments to talk to her, so I can figure out if I need to call somebody to help her. Can you just wait? And they agreed to wait 15 minutes. And I told her I would just pay for the difference in the cab just for them waiting. But the thing is that, guys, out here in this arena, when you're working with families, and they are different scenarios of, I want this person to be taken care of once I'm gone, but right now, while I'm on this earth, I don't trust them to help me with my finances. I don't trust them to help me with my healthcare power of attorney. I don't trust them to help me decide on real estate transactions. I'm not really sure where to go or what to do. I need guidance. Can you help me with this? And she held my hand. As she was walking back to my office, she grabbed my hand because she was walking really, really, really slow. And when she left, she gave me a hug and held my hand. You know, I told one of my business partners in the other room who was in another meeting, I told her, I said, listen, I said, it's amazing that my 1 o'clock had to reschedule. And she came in around 1:15. And I sat with her all this time. And she was telling me about how she wanted to do things in her real estate, how she wanted to do things in her properties, how she wanted to live life now in her late 80s. And she said, I played instruments. I want to go play instruments. I love doing that. They won't let me drive no more. That's why I'm coming to you in a cab. And I know how to drive, and I want my own car. And you know, this lady in her 80s, she came to me saying she needed an estate planning person to help her, and she needed some financial counsel. And she said, you was referred to me from the bank. And she said, I don't know you, but you seem like a sweet lady. I thought it was really sweet of her. But as she was holding my hand, walking back in here into my office, she said, I just want to live. I want to learn. I want to live now. She said, I've had my life taken from me, and I want to live now. And I just need someone to help me make sure that I put this stuff in place. I want to be able to do these things. And so it was really an interesting time, because I was thinking to myself, my 1 o'clock had to reschedule, but it was because I was supposed to meet her. And it was because I was supposed to be in an empty office working on something and not being occupied with another client when she just popped up here. And the receptionist came in and said, Miss Curry, someone's here to see you. They don't have an appointment. I know we do appointment only, but she says the bank sent her to you, and she seemed like she could really use your help. I don't know what to tell her. Do you want me to tell her to make an appointment or what? I said, no. Let me get off this phone and let me come at least greet her and say hello. But when I got out there to the lobby, just talking to her for 3 minutes, I could tell that she was not completely aware of everything she was doing. And so I told her, I said, won't you come back to my office with me and let's talk? And we sat here, we talked for about an hour. And in doing so, she was like, I want this and I want that. But remember, I'm listening with a listening ear. And that's why you always have to have a listening ear when people are around you and they're telling you things that they want to do and things like that. But you have to, especially when you're working in people's finances and their insurance and their annuities and their real estate, you have to have a listening ear to see if are they all the way there. And in her situation, I didn't grasp that because her conversation was sporadic. So I kept probing her for questions like, who do you trust? Is there anybody around you that you trust to help you make these type of decisions? Do you have a sister or a brother or children that you trust? Maybe a banker that you trust, maybe an attorney that you trust, that you won't mind me calling. Because I didn't want you to make the decisions on selling your properties, because that's what she wanted to talk to me about. She wanted to sell her property. She wanted to sell her commercial real estate property. And she wanted to buy another location small enough for her and her animals. And she wanted her animals to have grass and all this stuff that they didn't have. And she also wanted to make sure that her trust was in place. She said she had a will, but she wanted to make sure her trust is in place. And so I said, well, who have you been working with so far? Let me make sure that you're good. I said, do you have a power of attorney? She said, I had one and I didn't trust that person, so I had it revoked. So you are in your late 80s at this point, and you do not have anyone that you trust to help make these particular decisions, but I can tell that you need some additional guidance. So I took her information. I gave her my information as well. I took probably about 4 good pages of notes and talking to her while we were talking. I just kept jotting down everything she was saying, whether it was sporadic or not, so I could piece it all together and figure out how I can help this person. Guys, you know, one of the things that you got to understand, and I don't know what arena you guys are in or what you do for a living, but sometimes, you know, you get thrusted into these positions, and when we decided to bring estate planning implementation with a team of attorneys and a team of counselors that we have on our team, when we decided to add that to Inspired for Greatness as one of our key products and services, it wasn't just to add. It was because we had situations like this where we had families and business owners, and she owns commercial properties as well as personal properties, but she's in a position now where she's like, I don't know what to do with them, and I don't really want to keep them because I don't really need them, but I want to be able to do this and do that. And so how do you make sure that those things are protected? And so we went into the whole process of thinking, now we need to not only help you gain the assets and create assets for you and your family, and create ways of having cash flows to take care of your lifestyle, but to also now know that you need to protect those things and pass them down the way you want to pass them down, or be able to protect against someone that you don't want to have them. And in her situation, she was like, I don't want him having access to my stuff. I don't want my daughter having access to my stuff, because they've tried to steal from me before in the past, and they've emptied out my banking accounts before in the past. So when I put them on my accounts to see about me, they emptied my accounts in the past. What do you do about that? I mean, literally, how do you take care of someone like that that says, I tried to do it the traditional way and add my kids and put them in a position where they can make choices for me, but they abused it. Now I need to make some decisions, and I don't even trust them to help me make the decisions. So now it puts us in a position where we're like, I'm glad that she popped up in my office today out of a whim in her cab. I'm glad that she popped up here, because now we have this information, and I have a list of people that she's worked with before in the past, and now I need to make some phone calls and say, hey, I think you and I have a person in common. Can I talk to you? And how does this work? And I got her permission to call them. And I said, you just listed, you gave me about these people, you told me about these people. Is it okay that I call them? And she said, yes. I said, who do you trust? And she told me who she trusts. I said, I just want to talk to them and make sure we're on the same page and see what we have, what can we do to help. And so that's what we are. We're here. We're inspired for greatness, and we're here to inspire, to help people and to make decisions and to make sure that their generational wealth plan of action is taken into full account. And so it was a really interesting day, and an experience, and I'm thankful that I was here in place and not on another call or another event, or out of the office doing my drop-ins to some of my clients. I'm glad I was actually here today working on some real estate projects to be in place when she walked through the door with no appointment and said, hey, I need to talk to you. I just wanted to share that with you guys today. You never know when you're in place and where you're supposed to be, because God needs you there to handle or to give someone a helping hand, or just hold their hands while they want to vent and get out what they want to get out. And in her case, she just had a lot to say. She had so many ideas, and her mind mapping was just like this, firing off. She was firing off different directions, and every so often I have to bring her back into what she was talking about, because she went far left or far right in that conversation. But never discount that you never know that you need to be in place for what is happening at that given time. You may think that, oh, this went bad and messed up my whole day. They rescheduled my appointments and things of that nature. But look at that. Look how important that was to be here at that specific time and in place. So I want to pass that message on to you guys if you're in a position where you are a service provider, or maybe you're someone that helps other people, and perhaps that you never know when your conversation or your listening ear may be the very thing that person needs at that particular time. And today, I think I was just a listening ear for this late 80s-year-old woman. And she was such a sweetheart, walking so slow, holding my hand, saying, I want to talk to you, baby. I want to talk to you, and I was sent to you by the bank, and I got so many ideas, and I need to da-da-da. So I think I was just in position today just to listen and to be a helping hand for her today. And so I told her, I said, listen, I'm going to call you tomorrow. And I'm going to reach out to a few of these individuals that you told me about. You gave me their names, their phone numbers, everything. I don't want to call around telling all your business, but I want to definitely find out who the person is that you trust to help you with these type of decisions. And if you trust them to help you with these decisions, then I can move forward. But I know right now you're not mentally in a position to do it all by yourself. And I want to make sure you're 100% that you are excited about what you're getting ready to do. So, guys, I just want to come by and share my day with you. I hope you guys are having a great day, and that it has been a blessed one for you as well. So if you're just not getting a chance to chime in, go back and listen to this replay from the very beginning so you can understand that full story about the lady that came into my office today and how that went. And it's just amazing. I'm grateful, I'm thankful that we're here to not only inspire, but to also help people, right? And to let them know that they have choices. Everything is a choice. Everything is a choice. And so you have the opportunity to make decisions about your finances, to make decisions about your health care, to make decisions about what you want your assets to do, where you want your assets to go, who you do not want to have access to your assets. And then also those things are like real estate. When you're doing your real estate and your financing and things of that nature, you have options. And so we're here to actually help with those options, okay? Y'all have a fantastic rest of your day. I got to get back on the horn. I got some real estate deals that's supposed to close this Friday for my clients. So I'm trying to make sure that everything that he needs is in place. And then also we have a few other Airbnbs and some daycares and things like that that's also in process. So we're trying to make sure those clients are happy and excited about what they're doing. So they're all repeat clients. All three of them actually are repeat clients that we've done things for in the past, and they were excited about what we did for them. So we are working with them on their next deal and their next deal. So we love it. We love our repeat clients. But anyway, you guys have a fantastic day. Love you all. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.